Hello. So, at the time of recording, it is full moon eclipse, and it's also raining super heavily outside. Awesome symbolism. Just gonna say that. Love the symbolism. 10 out of 10. So, life can be confusing at times if you let it be. And I'm gonna just say that. Hi. So I'm here thinking, right? I'm essentially, I guess I'm meditating with this card. I mean, in this moment, I'm just like chilling with it. I put up the rest of the reading, and I'm thinking about how this is the card that a lot of people fear. And I know generally it's just common for humans to fear death, right? So I mean, on the surface, that makes sense. But then when you dig a little deeper, this card also talks about transformation, it talks about change, it talks about growth, it talks about endings, right? And that's also something that people are afraid of, both consciously and subconsciously. Change is inevitable, and the more that you hold on to familiarity, the more your life is going to be difficult, because literally things change so often. Like at least every 3 months to 6 months, things change. The seasons change, people in your life change, and this is like things are ending. Whether we like it or not, things are changing, things are ending, and the way that this relates to my life right now is that I am rediscovering who I want to be, who I am, where I want to be, and all that stuff. And it's so powerful. And we're also in a full moon eclipse, which full moon is letting things go. Very much so sync with this card. Let me know if you want me to do like a in-depth series. I couldn't think of a word for the major arcana. Definitely not going to go into the minor arcana anytime soon, but the major arcana, no big deal. It's just like 22 cards, 0 to 21, and this is 8. Oh my gosh, that's funny. I mean, I should have known that by heart, but I've been seeing 8 a lot, like a lot, and now it's 5:30, which is 8. Okay, excuse that if you can hear that outside. It's raining really heavily, and I'm supposed to be going to work in like 2 hours, so oops. Show the world the real you, and then the death card. So the death card talks about transformation, talks about changes, talks about ending for the sake of new beginnings, right? So from this, it's kind of like, this could be read as, we're still figuring out ourselves. We're still, like we thought we knew ourselves, but that idea of ourselves is ending. So the real us is changing. It's no longer who we thought we were. But at the same time, it's like, you're good enough. Like, whatever stage you're in, you're good enough. Like, you were that boss bitch. Queen of Pentacles is a person who is financially wealthy, financially well off, very generous, very kind. Also read this as you are ready for change. You are ready for things to turn in the different direction. Like, no matter what happens, you're ready because you have a rock solid foundation. And that's one way to read it. There's many ways to read any cards, honestly. Just have to have an open mind. I've been really heavily contemplating my future. And I thought I knew where I was going, but with this full moon, and with this eclipse energy, let me say that, because that's a big one. And it's on the last day of the month. A lot of significance here. But I've been really thinking about what I want to do and how I want to exist in this world, right? And once again, I thought I knew where I was going. I thought I knew how things were supposed to be, but it really pushed me to like not really want this anymore. And what's funny is because I pulled cards on this, right? Not on this, but I pulled cards and I got cards for this exact moment, this exact sequence of events. It was the 9 of Cups and the Death card, I believe, like together. And Maybe it wasn't the death card, but it was something like something changed. Maybe it was the hangman. I think it might have been the hangman in Nine of Cups. And I was like, what? Giving up my dreams? I don't think so. And here we are a couple weeks later. Me revamping my dreams. Basically in Seven of Cups, or no, not Seven of Cups energy. Seven of Coins energy. Which recently I learned a new interpretation of it. It can mean going back to the drawing board. Wait, no. Imagine castles. Could you imagine if you sang about buying castles? Buying no messes. Matching diamonds, but 6 of my bitches. If you are going through a period where you aren't really sure of like where your life is going, it's okay. It's okay. Like, I use tarot cards. I have oracle cards. I can literally see into the future. And I'm still unsure. So, like, if you're in that spot, it's okay. It really sucks, but we all get to place. At some point, we all get to a place of utter confusion, utter lack of direction, utter lack of clarity. And sometimes you just have to wade through it. I don't mean to be that person, but, like, it can get better.